Last week's video, we spoke about a lot of things that I learned from running a week long of workshops. And one of the things that I had mentioned was two tools that I like to use and that I had used in that week, and they are Mural and Menti. Today we're gonna go through what those tools are, so a deeper dive into both Mural and Menti so you can get a better idea of why I use those tools and what they're great for. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Lowell and I am a collaboration coach. I'm also a facilitator and a project manager. I'm passionate about high-performing teams and getting your teams to really be the best that they can be, doing the work that they're already great at. Please don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying the content and to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. So I've done a quick recording in both those tools, in Mural and Menti, to give you a quick whistle-stop tour of how I use the tools and what I like about them. It doesn't go into minute detail, they're just really short clips to give you a taste of the tools. If those tools look cool to you, you can go in, I'll leave the links in the description, check them out and, let me know what you think. Let's start with Mural. So here we are in Mural and I have opened a new board. So I've just created a board here. You can sign up to Mural at mural.co and create a free plan. Now, the board here, and let me just open up my screen here. The board here is zoomed out to 17%. I'm gonna zoom all the way out so that you can see the boundaries of the board. And it's in this space that the team is gonna be working. This canvas size can be changed and altered. Here at the bottom of the screen, you can see the people who are in the board. To share your board, anyone can join it by clicking the share button, going to visitors, copying this link and sharing it with people. And you can, adjust the settings here. You can also relinquish access by breaking the link. So once you're in the board, if you're a facilitator, you want to set up the board for the activity that you have planned. For display purposes, I am going to show you a simple framework here. So on this left-hand side, the bar here, you'll see different settings. We work with sticky notes mostly in Mural, and to create one, you can either select text here and select the sticky note that you want and drag it over. You can even click it and it will add it to the board, but this is correct. To add sticky notes faster, you just double click straight on the Mural board and your sticky note will be added. And as you can see, there are different types here. We've got rectangular stickies, the standard square ones up here, and circular sticky notes. All of the sticky notes, you can change their colors once they're on the board to any color, and you can resize and move them about. So let's try that tip here of double clicking. So okay, I've double clicked and I've created a sticky note. As you see, they're really small right now because I'm zoomed out all the way to 17%. So I'm just gonna go to 100% or thereabouts, find those sticky notes that I've just created, and show you some stuff from here. So once you click on the sticky note, no one else can click on it whilst you're in it. So this is really good for collaboration. And to write stuff, you just, select the sticky note and you can go ahead and write your message. Everyone in your workshop can do this at the same time, and this is why this tool is so great for collaborating. So to show the power of it, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one, and I am going to show you a simple framework that you can use for your teams. So I am gonna type in feedback. So this is a feedback grid that's pre-prepared in Mural as a template. There are more complicated templates that you can use as well, by going to this left hand side here, going into content library, or just coming out of this board back to your dashboard, and you can find templates there as well. So this feedback grid that we're going to use, let me zoom out so you can see exactly what's in it. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so on this grid, there are 4 sections: things that need to change, new ideas to try, unanswered questions, and what worked well. So if I was using this board with my team, what I would do is say, okay guys, we're now going to do a retrospective on the activity that we just finished. Please let us know your thoughts. I'm going to set some time on the clock, and here's the timer. You can click it and set as much time as you want. I'm just going to go ahead and set 1 minute, but in reality for something like this you might want to set 10 minutes for your team. You can control the sounds here and start the timer, and then everybody can see that countdown as it's going on. When you have 1 minute left, it will ask if you want to add extra time, but that's up to you. So while this is happening, then the team is going to go ahead and double click, create their sticky notes, and write things that need to change. So as the time is going down, people will start populating this, and this will get filled up really quickly. And as you see, the time's now up. It actually does a ding, but you can't hear that because of my audio setup here. Anyway, at the end of this is going to be populated with lots of sticky notes, and the power of this tool is that in the space of 10 minutes, you have collected feedback from every person on your team. Imagine if you had 10 people on your team. How long would it take you to get feedback from each person for a project? Or if you were doing a round robin in a meeting, it would take much longer than 10 minutes to give everybody space and time to, 1, put their comments on the table, 2, for everybody to absorb those comments, and 3, making sure that they have an equal playing field in really voicing their opinions and voicing their ideas. Because, you know, you might have somebody that's very vocal on the team and they might want to talk over people. With Mural, you bypass all of that because everybody's working at the same time, at the same pace, and putting their ideas down together. So that's my quick whistle stop tour of Mural. Mural is great for remote workshopping. I use Mural when I want a structured approach for getting to a defined outcome in a collaborative way. Traditionally, we could only do this in person, but now we can do it remotely. We've got these whiteboarding tools like Mural to enable us to get to these outcomes with a small group of people geographically dispersed. It's great. Facilitators like to, discuss which tool is better, Miro or Mural. I'm not going to get into that argument. I think both of them are great. I just happen to be using Mural at this point in time. If you want me to try out Miro as well, I'm happy to do that. But I like both of them. They're both cool. The power of running a session like this as a workshop, whether it's in Mural, remotely, or in person, is visualizing the discussion. Being able to visualize the discussion, visualize the brainstorming, and to visualize the commitment, the decisions that the team has come to, all on one board or one sheet, is powerful beyond words. It saves so much time and it allows your team to stay on track. And this is the power of the tool. This is the power of workshopping. And we're so lucky that we can do this remotely now. The next tool I want to talk about is Mentimeter, also known as Menti. Menti is an audience response tool. It allows you to gather responses in a very visual format from the participants in your session in real time. What makes Menti great is that you can have up to 10,000 people in your session, depending on the package that you have. Menti is excellent for canvassing feedback and opinions from a large group of people at the same time. We can use it in standard meetings, you can use it in webinars, you can use it in really large sessions, both in person and remotely with a geographically dispersed team. The reason I really love Menti is because it's easy to use, and you're going to see that when we jump into the tool. It's also quick and efficient, and the best part about it is that at the end you can export a really nice package that has all of the information you ran through with the team in terms of content, as well as the questions that were asked and the responses in a very visually appealing way. It looks great, and it's a nice little deck to refer back to see what we discussed, and to have an overall view of how people felt about the content. It's really easy to share as a final PDF output, or you can also share the raw link so people have access to the file within Menti. So let's jump into Mentimeter now, and you can see what that tool looks like. So I like to use Mentimeter when I have more than 12 people. You can have up to 10,000 people on your session and interact with them. So it's great for big webinars where you don't want it to be some kind of monologue. You want to have open conversation with the people in the session. Let's create a new presentation. You do not have to have the content of your presentation separated from the interactive elements. So you can create that content directly in Menti here, adding headers, paragraphs, bullets, pictures, videos, all sorts of stuff. Or you can, if you have set templates that you use for your brand, you can also import those from PowerPoint or whatever tool you're using, Keynote, a PDF, even directly into Menti right here. And then it's all set up with your branding and your layouts and how you want to do it if you don't want to create it natively in the tool. Now you can also create, this is why we use Menti, it's for the audience response. So there are different question types here. You've got multiple choice, you've got word clouds, you've got open-ended questions, you can have Q&A sessions, you can do ranking of items, you can do skills, and you can even do quizzes with your participants. You can even ask advanced questions here, like people filling in a form. You can do that. You can have a 2x2 grid. You can have a point system, and you can even have people interact by pinning a pin on an image such as a map, which is a great ice-breaking activity. So let me go here and show you some examples. So we'll add a slide, and let's say we'll choose the open-ended question. I use that one a lot. And this means that you can say for your product, you want to ask people, so tell us, what are your immediate thoughts on this product? You can ask that question right here. Once people start responding, the results start to show up on the screen, and it can be like speech bubbles flowing up here, one by one like this, or a flowing grid. I love the flowing grid because if you have lots of people on the call or the webinar, when the messages start coming in, if there are too many, it will start flowing, start moving slowly up and down, so you can see the new ones that have just come in. You can even let participants submit multiple times just in case they have a lot to say. Let's see if we can go on present. So I'm gonna go a preview presentation to show you what this looks like. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna skip this tour because I want to talk you guys through this. So essentially you will see the presenter screen. This is what you see as the presenter, and this is what your audience will see. So we just typed, what are your immediate thoughts? Then people would just click here, type their answer in. I'll say I love the colors, submit it. It'll say thank you for your participation, and then it will start showing up on the screen. I don't know. Okay, here it is. I love the colors. But everybody's answers will start coming in like this. And then you as the facilitator, you can look at the comments coming in. They're obviously anonymous. I can't see who typed that. And say, okay, so people are loving the colors right now. This is so good to see. Tell us some more. Which part, what do you like about the colors? Is it because it's bright? Is it because they're coordinated? Is it because it's one color? Tell us what you like about the colors, and then people can continue responding and interacting that way as long as you've set the tool up like this. What makes Menti really easy to use is that you have these instructions here that you can copy and share in your chat if you're on a Zoom call, or if you're sharing your screen, it is up here on the screen, so people just need to go to menti.com, type that code in, and bam, they are in the tool. Really easy, really quick, no sign up required. It's the same with Mural, no sign up required. They're just in once you share the link, and they can start working with you. This makes collaboration really easy. So let's go back to the front. Now, let's say this is all filled up. You've got your content slides in here. It's looking beautiful. You have content, and in between the content, you might have some interactive segments in Menti here. And then at the end, you have all of the comments that have come in, and you want to share this. This is really easy to do. You can also download this as a PDF. So it's a beautifully packaged output of the content slides, the questions that were asked, as well as the answers that came in. Download that as a PDF, and you can send it to participants, and you can always refer back to it quite easily if you need to. When you go to your home page here, my presentations, within the tool, you'll see the list of all of your presentations that you have created. Obviously, I just have that one here, and you have to upgrade if you want to do more than 2, I believe. There's some restrictions with the free option, but you have everything here for you to use. And if you want to do branding, you can upload your own branding and colors into the tool as well. So everything has your logo on it, including the interactive slides that come up on the screen. So that's my lowdown of Menti Meter, also known as Menti. And yeah, it's a great tool, and I really, really enjoy using it. Okay, so some things to be aware of. In the last video that I did, I talked about the behavioral differences to really watch out for with these tools. And I'll, leave a link to that video so you can have a look at it. Let's start with Menti, shall we? What you need to be aware of with Menti is that people take a longer time to engage with the tool. And so you need to account for that when you are building your session. And in terms of Mural, one of the things to watch out for is that you can be limited by the number of participants that you have. And there's a magic number for different facilitators. It tends to range between 7 and 15 participants. So it's up to you where your sweet spot is, but it's also going to be highly dependent on how you structure the session and how you build the workshop. I think both of these tools are great, and there are lots of others on the market. Let me know which ones you like, and if there are other tools that you want me to, look into and give my feedback on. So let's do a recap. Today we spoke about 2 tools, Mural and Menti, and what I like about them, how I use them, and what the differences are between them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you're liking this channel and you're loving this content, please subscribe as well. I look forward to engaging with you in the comment section, and if there are any other videos that you want to see, let me know and we will make that happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.